Blueface and Chrisean were just caught red-handed, holding hands on a public date. And it happened on the exact same day Karlissa went live from Walmart, just weeks after Chrisean publicly claimed she was moving on to a gospel era and focusing on her track, Y'all. She is right back under the paparazzi lens with Jonathan. But forget the couple, the real bomb dropped when Karlissa's chat flooded with the news, and her absolute refusal to speak on it exposed the entire family fracture.
Y'all hate my son. What he do now? What he done did now? What's happening? I've been in daddy and baby world. I don't know.
This public spotting drops right in the middle of Blueface's ongoing situation with Nevaeh, who is currently pregnant, and right after intense public disputes regarding Chrisean Jr.'s paternity. While everyone is staring at a photo of two people holding hands, the legal and financial timeline is shifting behind closed doors. Karlissa, the one person who always addresses every single piece of family drama instantly, completely froze out the comments, deflected to her grandkids, and pretended she knew nothing.
And I forgot I was supposed to go with Nevaeh to the doctor today. My bad, girl. You got this.
Where's the lady?
You got this.
That silence wasn't accidental. It was a calculated pivot. You think this is just a casual paparazzi picture? Think again. Because Karlissa's sudden eerie avoidance inside that Walmart stream confirms a massive structural breakdown for this entire family empire. Look at how fast the scenery changes when the money and the family dynamic are put on the line. The second that notification popped up showing Blueface and Chrisean holding hands, everyone ran straight to Karlissa's live stream, expecting an immediate, explosive breakdown. Instead, what the public got was a masterclass in deflection that actually exposed a deeper family fracture than any yelling match ever could. Karlissa was live inside a Walmart, pushing a cart with her granddaughter Journey, completely trying to curate a peaceful, family-oriented image, while her comment section was actively catching fire with the dating news. The immediate result of this timing was pure chaos in the chat. People weren't tuning in to see grandbaby clothes or beach toys. They wanted the raw reaction to betrayal of Nevaeh and the blatant backtracking of Chrisean. Karlissa literally looked at the camera, read the incoming wave of questions, and tried to completely distance herself by saying she was in daddy and baby world, and didn't know what her son had done now. For a woman who has historically built her entire digital platform on dissecting every single legal, financial, and romantic move her son makes, this sudden ignorance was the first major red flag for the audience. This strategic silence immediately shifted public perception. Viewers in the comments started pointing out the hypocrisy of the entire situation. Usually, if Blueface is spotted with an ex or gets into a public dispute, Karlissa is the very first person to go live from her kitchen or car to set the record straight and defend the family honor. By actively choosing to ignore the elephant in the room while live in a public supermarket, she inadvertently confirmed to the audience that this reunion is a massive, real problem behind closed doors that she cannot easily talk her way out of. The tension escalated further as Karlissa continued to use her granddaughter as a literal human shield against the drama. Every time a comment about Chrisean or the hand-holding photo flashed on the screen, Karlissa would aggressively pivot the conversation back to the child, talking about the beach, checking the baby's weight, or teaching her lessons about not opening items before paying at the register. Industry observers watching the stream noticed this was a calculated behavioral shift designed to make her look completely detached from her son's messy cycle, likely protect her own brand and upcoming media projects from being dragged down by the inevitable public backlash. But the strategy backfired because the audience saw right through the peacemaking narrative. The backlash here is that Karlissa's refusal to crash out actually made the public more suspicious. When a naturally loud, opinionated public figure suddenly goes completely quiet on the one topic that drives their engagement, it communicates that the stakes are incredibly high. The comment section quickly turned into a debate about whether Karlissa has been legally silenced by an NDA or she is simply exhausted from fighting a losing battle against Chrisean's psychological hold over her son. This avoidance also created a massive problem for Blueface's current relationship dynamics. While Karlissa was busy pretending the news didn't exist inside a Walmart aisle, the timeline reveals that Nevaeh, who is currently carrying Blueface's child, was left to deal with the public humiliation of the spotting completely alone. By not defending Nevaeh on stream, Karlissa's silence implicitly signaled a shift in family allegiance, leaving fans to believe that Chrisean might be maneuvering her way back into the family's financial inner circle despite all the past legal wars. The final blow of this specific live stream is the permanent damage to the family's credibility. Karlissa trying to play the role of the blissful, detached grandmother while the internet is actively documenting her son restarting a toxic pattern created a bizarre, uncomfortable contrast. She thought she was defusing the bomb by ignoring the chat, but in reality, she gave the media and the fan the ultimate confirmation. The family is completely fractured, the old wounds are wide open, and nobody is prepared to handle the fallout of what happens next now that the cameras have caught them all off guard. Just when the family thought Karlissa's tactical deflection in Walmart would bury the noise, the timeline split wide open, exposing the devastating collateral damage left in the wake of that hand-holding photo. The immediate fallout landed directly on Nevaeh, the woman currently carrying Blueface's child. While the internet was busy obsessing over Chrisean's return, public discourse shifted entirely to Nevaeh's sudden, quiet public heartbreak. Industry observers quickly pointed out that the spotting didn't just hurt her publicly. It completely dismantled the stable family narrative Blueface had been trying to project since his recent release from prison. Nevaeh's reaction wasn't a loud, chaotic internet rant. Instead, the public picked up on a heavy, disappointed silence that signaled a deep betrayal from within the inner circle. This immediate shift in dynamics triggered an aggressive wave of backlash from the audience, who instantly labeled Blueface a backtracker. Critics argue that this entire scenario exposes a malicious pattern of behavior where multiple women are kept in a perpetual state of emotional limbo just to keep the family brand trending. The critical impact here is massive. Supporters who had previously defended Blueface's attempts to clean up his image and move forward with Nevaeh completely flipped. The comment sections across social media transformed into a battlefield, with fans demanding accountability for the psychological toll this endless loop takes on everyone involved, especially the expectant mothers tied to his name. As the public discourse escalated, the financial and commercial motives behind this sudden reunion began to face intense scrutiny. Industry insiders noticed that this public display of affection occurred at the exact moment rumors began circulating about a massive, multi-million-dollar reality television contract being negotiated behind closed doors, potentially with Zeus Network or a major streaming competitor. The perspective shifted from a chaotic romance to a cold, calculated business maneuver. This realization sent shockwaves to the fan base, as people began to question whether Karlissa's bizarre, tight-lipped behavior on her live stream wasn't out of exhaustion, but rather a strict legal obligation to protect an active non-disclosure agreement tied to an upcoming show. The weight of this financial angle completely changed how the audience viewed the family's internal warfare. If a new show is on the line, Chrisean's sudden return to the fold means she isn't just back in Blueface's life. She is maneuvering her way back into control of the family's primary revenue stream. This entirely reframes Karlissa's Walmart deflection. She wasn't just shielding her granddaughter from internet gossip. She was actively protecting a corporate bag. The sheer tension of this realization completely alienated a segment of the audience, who now view the entire family dynamic as a highly orchestrated asset management game where real human emotions and pregnancies are used as mere promotional tools for algorithmic reach. But just when the internet thought the situation couldn't get worse, a new detail completely changed the narrative. The narrative completely shattered the moment verified public facts collided with the timeline. It is a confirmed public fact that Chrisean Rock recently returned to California with Chrisean Jr., sparking immediate family tension. Just days before this hand-holding date, on Father's Day, Chrisean explicitly documented herself undergoing laser tattoo removal, publicly signaling that she was erasing Blueface from her skin. Yet, within less than a week, paparazzi lenses caught them physically holding hands on a public date. This rapid, whiplash transition is what forced Karlissa's chat to explode during her live broadcast from Walmart, where she deliberately deflected the news by focusing on her granddaughter journey. This dramatic escalation has triggered massive online speculation across every major gossip network. Fans are actively dissecting Karlissa's complete avoidance on stream, speculating that she was forced into silence by a strict, back-end legal agreement or a new reality TV clause that penalizes her for public outbursts. The internet rumor mill is running wild with theories that this entire hand-holding spotting was an orchestrated stunt designed to overshadow ongoing public drama involving Nevaeh, who is currently pregnant with Blueface child. Comment sections are thoroughly divided, with viewers speculating that Chrisean's sudden re-entry into Blueface life is a tactical move to reclaim her dominance over the family's financial assets. The reaction from industry insiders and media observers has shifted from amusement to deep concern. Music executives and digital media strategists are pointing out that this constant cycle of public trauma and sudden reconciliation is destroying the family's long-term commercial credibility. Industry analysts note that while these volatile baseline shifts guarantee short-term algorithmic spikes, they are alienating high-tier corporate sponsors who refuse to be associated with ongoing pregnancy disputes and erratic family dynamics. The consensus among media insiders suggests that the brand is reaching a point of diminishing returns, where shock value is turning into public exhaustion. The final, definitive shift in public perception occurred when fans realized the timeline of emotional fallout. By completely freezing out the comments and refusing to defend Nevaeh on stream, Karlissa's silence implicitly signaled a massive shift in internal family allegiance. The peak moment of this controversy has left the audience entirely polarized. Longtime supporters are officially washing their hands of the drama, realizing that the chaotic cycle is deliberately being kept alive. Karlissa thought she was managing the damage by staying quiet in a grocery aisle, but instead, she confirmed the ultimate consequence. The family is completely fractured, and the fallout from this reunion is officially out of their control. The damage is officially done, and the blueprint for this next chapter of family chaos is already locked in. Blueface and Chrisean Rock are back in each other's orbit. Nevaeh is left dealing with the public fallout of her pregnancy alone. And Karlissa is playing a high-stakes game of silence to protect whatever back-end deal is currently keeping this family afloat. Karlissa thought that by dodging her chat inside a Walmart aisle she could control the narrative, but her refusal to speak actually exposed the biggest fracture yet. This leaves us with the ultimate unresolved question. Is Karlissa's eerie silence a sign that she has finally washed her hands of her son's toxic choices? Or is she staying quiet because a multi-million-dollar reality TV contract or a legal NDA has stripped away her right to speak? Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and drop your thoughts in the comment below. Because the streets are arguing, and I want to know whose side you're on. But keep your eyes glued to this channel, because rumors are already swirling that a leaked audio recording from behind the scenes of that exact same date is about to drop, and if it does, it will completely blow this entire family empire wide open.